The H1N1 swine flu is spreading rapidly in the northern hemisphere, while the number of cases in the southern hemisphere has eased. H and N are two types of proteins contained in serious influenza viruses. Dan Rutz of the U.S. Centers for Disease Control says the chances of dying from the circulating H1N1 flu are less than 2%.
This seems to be a fairly mild illness for most people.
Mild, but it can also be deadly. Pregnant women are especially at risk, and the U.S. Centers for Disease Control reports at least 100 have been hospitalized and at least 24 in the U.S. have died so far from the swine flu. The young are also at risk. 2 teenage girls, one in Maryland, the other in Texas, recently died from the virus. Normally healthy teenagers have died from the virus in recent weeks. The risk of dying from H1N1 is no greater than the risk of dying from seasonal flu. The problem is, most people lack immunity, so the virus spreads easily. Although the virus was called swine flu early on, it does not seem to be transmitted by pigs.
This is a disease of human beings, not of pigs at this point.
Rutz says health officials have been expecting a flu pandemic for some time, but they thought it would originate in Asia, not in Mexico.
Bird flu has been around for a long time. We thought it might change, that virus might change in ways that would make it more transmissible human to human, that it, in fact, could trigger the next pandemic, and it has been preempted by the H1N1 virus instead.
Most people who contracted bird flu, an H5N1 virus, came into contact with sick birds. There have been fewer than 500 cases since 2003, but the death rate is 60%. Most of the deaths have been in Asia. Health officials are concerned that the virus could mutate into a form that can spread easily among humans. But governments have been vigilant about killing sick birds, and so far, the bird flu virus has not mutated. Carol Pearson, VOA News.